Good evening, everyone. I'm Keisha Marie Charles, and this is your I.A.N. News.
Public Utilities Minister assures government's commitment to PSA. Steelworkers demand inclusion. And former Prime Minister demands answers for visa offences.
And in sport, TNT dual level in Caribbean under 14. I'm James Saunders. We've got your sports coming up later.
In our top story tonight, Minister of Public Utilities Barry Patterath has stepped in to break the deadlock between the Public Services Association and the Water and Sewerage Authority. Here's more in this report.
As the PSA staged another day of demonstrations over outstanding negotiations, Minister Patterath has directed WASA's CEO to submit all necessary negotiation documents to the Ministry of Public Utilities by Friday. He said the dispute is largely rooted in a breakdown in communication between the union and management.
And I've been very mindful of what the PSA president has said over the last couple of days, and therefore that's why I thought it was necessary for me to come and meet, hear their concerns directly, and see how we can bring a speedy resolution to this matter. I don't think what I've heard thus far has been unreasonable, and therefore in the spirit of good faith and working alongside the PSA, we are committed to resolving the issues.
PSA President Felicia Thomas welcomed the intervention and said the union's proposals will be submitted this week.
Notwithstanding that we had some internal issues with the progress of the negotiations, it still remains that this government has not reneged on the 10% offer. And let me remind people, one of the things that the PSA demanded from the last administration, that the process of negotiations return. And this is part of negotiations. Sometimes negotiations break down, sometimes there are disagreements, and that is what we're experiencing today.
She also had a word of caution to former Minister of Public Utilities Marvin Gonzalez.
This is specific to Marvin Gonzalez because I saw him all over the media making statements concerning WASA. Marvin Gonzalez has no moral authority to speak on anything WASA, and the message to him is to stay out of WASA business. This is the same organization he attempted to destroy while he was in office, and he didn't get the opportunity to do it. Stay out of WASA's business.
Minister Patterath also agreed to facilitate a meeting between the PSA and the Minister of Finance to advance the outstanding settlement. The PSA's call for WASA's HR director to be removed remains unresolved and will be reviewed with the board chairman. The minister urged both sides to strengthen dialogue and maintain an open-door approach. Dalisa Gurulal, I.A.N. News.
And former Public Utilities Minister and PNM MP Marvin Gonzalez has hit back at Public Services Association President Felicia Thomas, rejecting her criticism of his record at WASA and accusing the current government of trying to silence him. Gonzalez was responding after Thomas told him to stay out of WASA's affairs and said he had no moral authority to speak on the current dispute due to his record as the former minister responsible for the authority. In a video response on Monday, Gonzalez said Thomas and Public Utilities Minister Barry Patterath could not prevent him from speaking on matters affecting the country.
I am prepared to stand by and defend my record. What you all cannot credibly accuse me of is betraying the public trust, lying to the population, or engaging in deceitful conduct. I will not accept lectures on integrity from someone whose own conduct, together with that of her colleagues in the UNC, raises serious questions about truthfulness, transparency, and accountability.
Gonzalez also defended his tenure as a minister, saying he was prepared to stand by his decisions and record.
Those who now occupy public office must be equally prepared to defend and to account for theirs. You cannot demand accountability from others while refusing to subject yourself to the same standard. And you cannot silence legitimate criticisms simply because the questions being asked make you uncomfortable.
And in a quick response, Minister of Public Utilities Barry Patterath is calling on the opposition chief whip, Marvin Gonzalez, to refrain from creating political controversy and distracting from the issues facing the PNM. Minister Patterath, in a social media post, challenged Gonzalez's credibility.
Former minister has come out against the PSA president and I, describing it as trickery. I want to remind the former Minister of Public Utilities that trickery is when you tell workers in this country to tighten their belt, to eat less ham and macaroni pie, while millions of dollars are poured into Balisay House, and according to the PNM, it has come from the sales of Tulum and Chili Bibi. That is trickery. That is perpetrating the biggest fraud on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. And therefore, we will take no advice from you, Marvin Gonzalez, or the PNM.
And former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley is demanding answers from Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessor over what he describes as repeated warnings and threats to citizens about the possibility of losing their United States visas. In a statement posted on Monday, Rowley thanked U.S. authorities for publicly outlining the circumstances under which visas may be revoked, saying the clarification came at a time when citizens were being left traumatized by warnings about potential visa cancellations. More in this report.
Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, in a post on social media, referred to an August 10, 2026 news release from the U.S. Department of State, which stated that visas had been revoked from individuals for reasons including violating visa conditions, committing crimes, calling for violence against U.S. citizens, defrauding Americans, abusing the immigration system, and posing a national security risk. Against that backdrop, Dr. Rowley is now demanding that Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessor identify which, if any, of the offenses outlined by the U.S. authorities apply to Member of Parliament Stuart Young or himself. Dr. Rowley also raised questions about a separate individual he described as a close friend and messenger of the Prime Minister, asking Mrs. Persad-Bissessor to disclose what conduct led to that person's visa being cancelled before her government assumed office. To this end, Dr. Rowley is now challenging the Prime Minister to publicly account for any representations made to U.S. authorities and to explain the basis for calls to have the visas of opposition figures cancelled.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessor has responded to former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley's demands for answers over claims surrounding the possible revocation of U.S. visas held by opposition figures. Here's more.
On Monday, former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley challenged Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessor to explain whether any of the grounds outlined by the U.S. Department of State for visa revocations applied to him or former Prime Minister Stuart Young. He also questioned whether the government had made representations to U.S. authorities concerning other Trinidad and Tobago citizens and called on the Prime Minister to disclose the basis for any such recommendations. Responding to Rowley's questions to I.A.N. News, Persad-Bissessor said simply, quote, "I think the U.S. State Department news release is self-explanatory," end quote. Rowley's questions followed an August 10th U.S. Department of State news release outlining circumstances under which visas may be revoked, including violations of visa conditions, criminal activity, calls for violence against U.S. citizens, fraud against Americans, abuse of the immigration system, and national security concerns.
The IBIS steel plant has officially been commissioned, but the Steelworkers Union said the workers who helped build the industry must have a place in its future. Dalisa Gurlal has more in this report.
As the IBIS steel plant gets a new lease on life, the workers who helped build Trinidad and Tobago's steel industry said they're being left behind. SWUTT President Timothy Bailey said former ArcelorMittal workers have been excluded from the restart of the plant. He called on the new owners of the plant to sit down with the union and begin discussions.
We hope and pray that the government would treat differently from past administrations. We hope that a new type of governance is illustrated in this instance.
Bailey said the issue goes beyond the reopening itself. He also questioned the status of legislation aimed at protecting workers' rights, particularly when it comes to industrial relations.
This legislation, if it would have been in place in 2016, the 644 workers and the other workers who would have been terminated in the manner that they would have been terminated by ArcelorMittal and contractors. We have 2,000 members. We say that 2,000 members were displaced. It was 644 permanent employees by ArcelorMittal. But there were workers with 20 and 30 years service with contractors that provided service for that tenure of time. And
for the union, the message is clear. Reopening the plant should also mean reopening the door to workers who helped make the industry what it is today. Dalisa Gurulal, I.A.N. News.
More news ahead when we return. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
When your brand deserves attention, put it where people are already watching. Join thousands of viewers who make I.A.N. News their trusted source for breaking news, in-depth reporting, weather, business, sports, and the conversations shaping our nation. We're not just on your television, we're wherever you are. Watch live, stream on your favorite device, or stay connected through our social media platforms with updates as they happen. Trusted, engaging, always connected. Experience the news that's informing communities and driving conversations every single day. There's no better place to connect with thousands of active consumers. Tune in to the I.A.N. News Nightly at 7 p.m. and discover why more people are watching, sharing, and staying informed with us. Watch us now on Flow Hub TV, Channel 122, Flow AVS, Channel 123, Amplia, Channel 126, Green Dot, Channel 18, Upticks, Channel 109, and RVR Networks, Channel 13, and other stations soon. Contact our sales team today and let your business be seen where Trinidad and Tobago is watching.
For years, Trinidad and Tobago watched its energy sector shrink. Oil production fell. Gas became scarce. Plants closed. Now, the direction is changing. Oil production is climbing again, from about 51,000 barrels a day in 2024 to more than 54,000 in early 2026.
LNG is moving too. Exports rose from 10.3 billion cubic meters in 2024 to 10.7 billion in 2025.
But what comes next is much bigger. 7 trillion cubic feet of Venezuelan gas. It is coming to Trinidad and Tobago for processing. And across the wider regional program, more than 12 trillion cubic feet of natural gas is being secured for Trinidad and Tobago's energy future. BP is taking full control of Calypso. NGC is moving upstream, and ExxonMobil is back in Trinidad and Tobago's deep water. And after a decade of silence, the Point Lisa steel plant is coming back, backed by a planned $750 million private investment. Steel,
Vanadium,
new exports, new foreign exchange, and up to 1,000 permanent jobs as the project expands.
Even Japan is now looking to Trinidad and Tobago for energy.
For years, people talked about these opportunities. What others talked about, we got done. More gas, more production, more investment. A brighter future is on the horizon.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
Your dream home starts at Advertise Marketing Home Improvement Center. Whether you're building, renovating, or upgrading, we have everything you need. From stylish home decor, kitchenware, vanities, bed and bath essentials, outdoor furniture and mini appliances, to premium wrought iron products. Shop security steel doors, PVC and aluminum windows, zinc, RHS, stainless steel items, and custom enclosures. Visit us at Old Southern Main Road, Freeport, or our branches in Aranguez and SS Erin Road, Daybay.
Extra Foods has champion savings. Plenty specials just for you. April parboiled rice 3 packs for $20. Country House table margarine 3 sticks for $20. Nature's Hot almond milk 1 liter $20. Indomie instant noodles 7 packs for $20. Bumblebee light tuna 3 tins for $20. Happy pasta cuts 4 packs for $20, and so much more. We are the home of plenty for 20 deals, keeping prices affordable in TNT. Nobody beats our prices. Extra Foods. Always extra for less.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Welcome back, everyone. Several parts of Port of Spain and environs experienced flooding today following heavy afternoon showers. The areas affected were Wrightson Road, parts of St. James, Goodwood Gardens, and some parts of Diego Martin. Motorists and pedestrians alike had to take the necessary precautions with traffic congestion reported. Motorists are advised to refrain from driving in high flood waters and pedestrians to avoid walking in flood waters. And in other news, citizens are being assured that the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government is better prepared this year to respond to flooding during periods of heavy rainfall. Line Minister Khadija Amin says, however, that preparations are ongoing to further strengthen the ministry's response.
All 14 municipalities have been stocked with the necessary supplies to respond to any disaster. MP Amin spoke exclusively with I.A.N. News during a community outreach in her constituency on Saturday.
One of the initiatives we took that I think will be very effective is the fact that our warehouse, one warehouse at Trade Zone in El Socorro, we have removed all the items from there and sent it to the 14 municipalities. So they now have warehouses, some of them are using different areas to stockpile. They must account for it, but what they have is cots and blankets, generators, pumps, shovels, wheelbarrows, a lot of tools, so that they can immediately set up a shelter. They can immediately respond when they have. We also give them power saws. So if there's a fallen tree, if there's a landslip, they can clear the areas.
Minister Amin says to date, more than 600 community emergency response team officers have been trained to assist with disaster response efforts.
We have another one starting in St. Augustine South, incidentally, very soon. So what this does is empowers the community to respond so that you have volunteers there and they are equipped so that they can start clearing the landslip or start responding if there's a flood, put on the pump so that the water would not go up as high and do as much damage in people's homes.
Additionally, MP Amin says the ministry continues to partner with key agencies, including the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Management, the Meteorological Office, the Water and Sewerage Authority, the Trinidad and Tobago Defence Force, and the Fire Service, among others, to ensure a quicker response to emergencies. She notes that through collaboration with the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure and the Ministry of Agriculture, major watercourses and drainage channels have been cleared.
And a much-needed refurbished community centre in Labre for residents. The centre, which saw an upgrade spearheaded by the Member of Parliament, Clive Elder, will now be able to accommodate back-to-school initiatives, functions and classes. More in this report.
A spanking new computer lab, not to mention library. These are amongst some of the upgrades at the Labre Community Centre. In an exclusive look, I.A.N. News was informed of the reception by residents to date and facilities.
We had graduations so far. Graduations, about 1 preschool, and as I said earlier, the Labre Police Club, they did a AI course for girls. They will be graduating this Friday. But the center, the facility, is at capacity to handle most events.
And as Mr. Phillips said, a recent event at the center attracted a lot of persons, which showed the potential of more events and activities being held at the center.
There was a children's show here about 3 months back. That was so amazing. It was the very first movie night, and the turnout was excellent. I want to take the opportunity to thank the MP's office and the MP for breaking the ice on the children's show.
The center is a breath of fresh air for residents who for years did not have an adequate space for community activities.
Up next, we've got your sports report, and James tells us all the exciting action from TKR.
Oh, that's right. It's not that exciting these days, of course. The last match, they went down to the Jamaica Kingsmen. But the Barbados Tridents, though, well, they've got better luck. We'll talk about that coming up next in this podcast.
We'll be right back.
Every weekday at 7 p.m., the news goes live on the I.A.N network. Watch us on our available providers with more coming soon. Also available on YouTube and Facebook. The news you have been waiting for is now here.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavor Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
Makoya, discover the all-new India in Style Expo, the exciting new chapter following Incredible India Expo, open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. opposite the Center of Excellence. Shop beautiful bridal and temple wear, jewelry, footwear, home furnishings, decor, puja items, and much more. Try some of the delicious items at Zyka Restaurant and enjoy refreshing drinks from AK Juice Center. India in Style Expo, a complete Indian shopping and lifestyle experience.
Fab India Expo in Chaguanas is open every day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Fresh containers have arrived with brand new stocks. Exciting new merchants have joined us, bringing a huge variety of products at unbeatable bargains. Indulge in spa services, soothing chumpy massages, and taste authentic Indian cuisine. Fab India Expo, endless variety, endless value.
Big savings and new arrivals at Grade 1 PVC Ceiling. PVC panels $25, heat barrier tiles $7, WPC panels $32, and marble sheets $180. Daybay, Tunapuna, Warren Road, Tobago, and our new location at Sangre Grande. Shop today before it's gone.
Introducing CTS College's Early Learners Academy, our physical school with a nursery, daycare, and preschool. With qualified and experienced staff, modern classrooms, and the latest teaching methods and technology, your child would get the personal care and education they deserve. Activities include potty training, storytelling, phonics, craft, academics, and field trips. Enroll your child today at CTS College's Early Learners Academy.
Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in Trinidad and Tobago, driven by 2 silent threats, diabetes and high cholesterol. But now there's a powerful ally, introducing Berberine Plus by Asia Nutrition, clinically proven to stabilize blood sugar and keep cholesterol levels in check. With 99.9% pure extract, you get superior absorption and real results. Available now at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide. Berberine Plus, your heart deserves better.
You can now follow us for breaking news on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Follow us for breaking news. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us for breaking news on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, and on YouTube.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N network.
Oh, it's a hip hip and hooray for the land of the flying fish Barbados, as the Barbados Tridents are now on top of the CPL table after clinching their 2nd straight win in the CPL. All the Tridents defeated St. Lucia Kings by 9 runs in a rain-affected match reduced to 18 overs aside. Batter Shafeen Rutherford, oh, he was the star, smashing 61 off just 24 balls. That included 4 sixes, helping the Tridents to post 177 for 5. Look at that shot. Well, Quinton de Kock also provided the firepower, blasted 38 from 15, while Brandon King contributed 39. Well, the Kings chase, as you see there, got off to a strong start led by Akeem Ogis, who hit 63 from 28 balls, but that man, Godekesh Muti and Majib Ur-Rahman, turned the game in the Trident's favor. Muti claimed 3 wickets for 22 runs, while Majib took 2 for 27, disrupting the Kings' middle order. The Kings finishing on 168 for 6, 9 runs short of their target. A victory for them moves the Tridents to the top of the CPL standings, while Rutherford has now hit back-to-back half centuries. Good for him. Oh, both captains looked back at their performance after the match.
It certainly wasn't a polished performance. I think we've had 2 games now go right down to the back end, and particularly with the ball being ahead of the game for a long period of time, we've let the team back in, but there's also been some good batting. I thought the left-hander batted really well and took them to a position at the back end where they can be dangerous. But the senior players for us with the bat, King, de Kock and Rutherford, are in tremendous form, so hopefully they can keep going.
In the bowling department, I thought we had probably 3 big overs. I probably thought if we could have shaved them down by probably 4 runs each over, that would have given a better chance. And then we lost wickets at crucial stages when we were now getting into the game and feeling on top. So I think that pulled us back a bit. And then it was too much to ask in the last 2 overs.
All right, let's celebrate 2 TNT stars who are making waves as Dwayne Bravo and Ian Bishop will make history as the inaugural inductees into the Caribbean Premier League Hall of Fame. Well, Bravo becomes the first player honored following a stellar CPL career that saw him win 5 titles as a player and take 129 wickets, 3rd most in the tournament's history. TNT all-rounder also became the first bowler to reach 500 T20 wickets worldwide. Can't forget those dancing moves, by the way. Bishop, meanwhile, is the iconic voice of Caribbean cricket and is being recognized for his contribution to the tournament, including that moment. You remember that memorable call on Carlos Brathwaite's 4 sixes in the 2016 World T20 final. Both will be formally inducted at a gala dinner in Barbados on September 15th, with proceeds supporting the Sir Clive Lloyd Healthcare Foundation fight against prostate cancer. Bravo says it's a real honor, while Bishop called the recognition an honor he'll carry with him always.
I want to ask you now, as you
remember the name
here and you take in this atmosphere.
Gotta get my talks ready. I'll tell you what, TNT's under 14 boys opened their 2026 CFU Challenge Series campaign with a 1-1 draw against Puerto Rico in Punta Cana. Well, Captain Hashim Silandi made sure it was no vacation as he put the young Soca Warriors ahead in just the 5th minute from that header from a Judah Phillip cross to lead 1-0 at the break. Puerto Rico responded 3 minutes into the second half after some individual brilliance. The level scores at 1-1. TNT had chances, including that to steal the late win with Jerry Nanton forcing a save and Solandi seeing another header denied. The young Warriors now turn their attention to Haiti tomorrow at midday before French Guyana in their final group match. All right, jump in the saddle with me as this country's young cyclists are being set to take on the world with the 2026 UCI Junior World Championships pedaling off in Belgium from August 19th to the 23rd. The 5-member team features Zion Lucas, Christian Nelson, Kafele Desomo, Kaylee Young, and Shamika Hoyt. The squad will be guided by team manager Cheryl Leacock, coach Gregory Dandrade, and mechanic Sheldon Ramjit. And there's more history ahead for TNT as that man, Tyreek Sprinter, prepares to become the first TNT rider to compete at the UCI Downhill World Championships. Springer will race in Italy from August 26th to the 30th, flying the red, white, and black on the global stage. Well, we certainly wish him all the best, and that's it for me. Done with sports for the team. I'm James Saunders. I'll catch you later.
We'll be right back.
Parents, listen up. Your next grocery run could be the chance for you to win big with Facade the Food King and Bright Ideas. Win your share of $75,000 in book grants. That's 75 lucky winners taking home $1,000 each to help with books, stationery, and back-to-school expenses. Every 300 or more spent at any Facade the Food King supermarket or Bright Ideas location, you'll receive an entry form. Complete it and drop it in the entry box provided in store. Promotion ends August 19th and is NLCB approved. 15 winners chosen every Saturday starting July 25th. Shop, enter, win weekly with Facade the Food King and Bright Ideas, making back to school easier for every family.
Quality value, that's our way. The real Versace, we're here to stay. The Food King Versace.
Feeling safe should not depend on how far you live from the nearest police station.
That is why the government is establishing 30 new police posts across Trinidad and Tobago.
Each police post will bring police and military personnel closer to the communities they serve. They will cover major roads, transport routes, busy junctions, and other important locations.
They will support existing police stations, strengthen patrols, and widen the national security network. And more officers are coming. New recruits are joining the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service.
That means more trained officers available to protect communities and respond when citizens need help. The purpose is simple: stronger presence, faster access to assistance, and greater confidence in public spaces. 30 police posts. More police officers, one connected national network, protecting you and your family.
Promises made, promises kept.
Whether it's 1, 2, or a truckload of tires,
we've got the perfect tire for every application, ensuring you're ready for any road ahead.
Passenger SUV 4x4, heavy or light truck, you name it, we've got the tire that suits your ride perfectly.
From forklifts to industrial giants, construction vehicles, and agricultural workhorses,
we've got the right tire for every job you tackle. Brandtech, your one-stop solution for all your tire needs.
Your dream home starts at ADVERTISE Marketing Home Improvement Center. Whether you're building, renovating, or upgrading, we have everything you need. From stylish home decor, kitchenware, vanities, bed and bath essentials, outdoor furniture and mini appliances, to premium wrought iron products. Shop security steel doors, PVC and aluminum windows, zinc, RHS, stainless steel items, and custom enclosures. Visit us at Old Southern Main Road, Freeport, or our branches in Aranguez and SS Erin Road, Daybay.
When the job gets tough, you need energy that lasts. When the night gets long and the deadlines are close, you need energy that sharpens your mind.
When your brand deserves attention, put it where people are already watching. Join thousands of viewers who make I.A.N. News their trusted source for breaking news, in-depth reporting, weather, business, sports, and the conversations shaping our nation. We're not just on your television, we're wherever you are. Watch live, stream on your favorite device, or stay connected through our social media platforms with updates as they happen. Trusted, engaging, always connected. Experience the news that's informing communities and driving conversations every single day. There's no better place to connect with thousands of active consumers. Tune in to the I.A.N. News Nightly at 7 p.m. and discover why more people are watching, sharing, and staying informed with us. Watch us now on Flow Hub TV, Channel 122, Flow AVS, Channel 123, Amplia, Channel 126, Green Dot, Channel 18, Uptix, Channel 109, and RVR Networks, Channel 13, and other stations soon. Contact our sales team today and let your business be seen where Trinidad and Tobago is watching.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Thanks for staying with us. Is leather getting a rebrand? During this year's Autumn-Winter Fashion Week, leather designs have taken a new form, with fashion houses like Tod's, Bottega Veneta and Hermes draping leather in a somewhat silken manner. It brings a more everyday wearability to the once conventional outlook on weather. Here's more.
Leather has gotten a makeover during this year's Autumn-Winter Fashion Week. Rather than the usual stiff and structured leather coats and jackets we've grown accustomed to, leather took a more silk-like direction. Iconic fashion house Hermes created feather-like tailoring designs which blurred the lines between the traditional craftsmanship we've all grown accustomed to. Tod's presented flowing leather dresses that moved almost like fabric. This shows a distinct shift in consumer desires. Beyond the runway, brands are diversifying to make leather easier to wear and still carry that premium appeal. Whether the look extends into mainstream ready-to-wear remains to be seen, but designers believe softer leather could soon redefine staples such as biker jackets and tailored outerwear. The message from the runways is clear. In 2026, leather isn't losing its strength, it's simply learning to move. And we get the opportunity to bring that movement into the Caribbean and into our closets right here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Here's a look at our business brief with Dalisa Gurlal.
With a restructured Price Plaza loan and strong cinema momentum, Cinema One is heading into the next chapter with renewed optimism. In the chairman's report for third quarter financial year 2026, Chairman Brian Jarr said for the 9 months ended June 2026, revenue was down 16%, but the gap is narrowing. He said smart cost-cutting helped slash the operating loss by 73%, calling it a big step in the right direction. EBITDA edged ahead of last year, while the net loss improved from $7.8 million to $4.8 million. On a more positive front, Mr. Jarr noted that Cinema One achieved its all-time record weekend box office performance, driven mainly by Spider-Man Brand New Day and The Odyssey. The weekend even beat Avengers Endgame, proving movie magic is still very much alive. Global electricity generation hit a record 32,202 terawatt-hours in 2025, up 32% since 2015. Asia-Pacific produced 52% of global electricity, driving nearly 4/5 of the decade's growth. For the Caribbean, the trend underscores rising pressure to expand generation as economies electrify and demand grows. The region can draw lessons from South and Central America, where generation rose 17.6% over the decade to 1,528 terawatt-hours. Renewables overtook coal globally in 2025, with solar generation rising to about 30%, strengthening the case for Caribbean solar investment. With global electricity demand forecast to grow 3.6% annually through 2030, stronger grids, generation capacity, and regional resilience will be increasingly important. Brazil's National Agency of Petroleum approved Shell's development plan for the Orca do Sul de Orca pre-salt project. The floating production storage and offloading unit being built with MODEC is over 50% complete and remains on track for 2029 production. The facility will produce up to 120,000 barrels per day, with recoverable resources estimated at 370 million barrels. Gas will initially be re-injected, with future exports required under a revised redevelopment plan by 2032. Shell remains operator, while ownership is expected to shift to Shell 50%, Ecopetrol 30%, and CUFPEC 20%. Dalisa Gurulal, I.A.N. News.
You're watching I.A.N. News. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
Do you have breaking news, community news, and upcoming events? Contact our newsroom at 226-1IAN or 259-4IAN. Or email us at iannetworknews@gmail.com.
Welcome to eFix Investments Limited, your one-stop destination for all your home essentials. Transform your bathroom with our exquisite range of showers, enclosures, luxury bathtubs, modern toilets, faucets, ceramic sinks, and vanities. Enhance your kitchen with our stainless steel sinks. Our extensive selection includes bath, kitchen accessories, as well as security doors. Visit our showroom today at Southern Main Road, Homeland Gardens, Cunupia, and let your dream home become a reality. Call us at 665-2282 or 671-2282. eFix Investments Limited, your home, your style, our passion.
Thinking of giving your home that modern finish? Then visit ABC Bar Doors and Windows. We are the largest supplier of hardwood finishing goods. Get kitchen and pool tiles, faucets, doors, windows, sinks, and so much more. Come in or give us a call. ABC Bar Doors and Windows, always a better choice.
Ready for a home makeover? Head to Felicity Furniture and Appliances, where style, comfort, and savings come together. Luxurious sofas, elegant dining sets, beds, stoves, freezers, and more. Visit us at Lot 10B, Pierre Road, Felicity, Chaguanas.
I.A.N TT offers over 25 years of experience, are retinal specialist and the latest cutting-edge equipment. We handle diagnostic and surgical needs for retinal, cataract, glaucoma, pediatric and diabetic eye care. Also glasses. We provide it all under one roof. Our head office is located seconds off the Freeport flyover. Branches also in North, South and Tobago. Call 349-EYES for more information. Payment plans are available. I.A.N TT, taking eye care into the future.
Do you have a business that you want people to know about? Imagine placing your brand in front of an audience that's already engaged and locked in. With over 154 million views monthly across YouTube and Facebook, and over 5 million views daily on both platforms, based on official analytics. Now we're bringing that same audience to I.A.N News. If they've seen your products on the Ian Allen Show, imagine the impact when they see them on the news. Reserve your spot in the news and book your monthly packages now. We're back with the news on the I.A.N network.
Welcome back, everyone. August is recognized as National Immunization Awareness Month. Given the recent Ebola crisis and measles outbreak, it's an appropriate time to remind people of the role vaccines play in preventing serious diseases. While Ebola and measles are completely different, they both highlight the importance of being up to date with recommended vaccinations, in addition to seeking trusted medical advice.
Immunization has long been regarded as one of the world's most effective public health tools. Every year, vaccines prevent millions of illnesses and help protect communities from diseases that once claimed countless lives. This August, National Immunization Awareness Month is placing a renewed focus on that protection. The timing is especially significant. Across the Americas, health authorities have reported the highest number of confirmed measles cases in more than 2 decades, prompting the Pan American Health Organization to urge countries to strengthen vaccination campaigns and disease surveillance. Meanwhile, health officials in the Democratic Republic of Congo continue to battle a rapidly expanding Ebola outbreak, highlighting how quickly infectious diseases can spread when public health systems are placed under pressure. While Ebola and measles are different diseases requiring different public health responses, they share one important lesson: that prevention is always better than treatment. For people in Trinidad and Tobago, National Immunization Awareness Month is an opportunity to take a few simple but important steps. Parents can ensure their children's routine vaccinations are up to date, as the July-August vacation is almost to an end. Travelers should also seek whether vaccinations are recommended before visiting certain countries. While vaccination not only protects individuals, it also helps safeguard the wider community, including babies, older adults, and people with weakened immune systems who are most vulnerable to serious illnesses.
Grenada's government is partnering with the Caribbean Development Bank and the World Bank to assist with the country's developmental programs. We have more in our regional roundup.
The Caribbean Development Bank and the World Bank Group have agreed on new actions to improve the implementation of Grenada's development program following a joint review of 11 active projects. The review brought together officials from both institutions, Grenada's government ministries and project implementing agencies, and concluded with discussions involving cabinet ministers. The projects cover key areas including coastal protection, water supply, healthcare, education, agriculture, renewable energy, and development monitoring. Among those reviewed were the geothermal drilling project, Southern St. George Water Supply Expansion Project, Grenada Education Enhancement Project Phase 2, Climate Smart Agriculture Phase 2, and Health Sector in Strengthening Project. The collaboration is expected to help accelerate project implementation and strengthen development outcomes for Grenada. Antigua and Barbuda is set to open a dedicated sickle cell unit at the Halberton grounds, offering specialized and patient-centered care for people living with sickle cell disease. The facility officially opened on Monday, August 17 at 3 p.m., with patient services beginning Wednesday, August 19th, with a goal of providing pain medication within 15 to 30 minutes after triage during acute pain crisis. In addition to emergency pain management, the unit will provide wellness checks, patient education, and psychosocial support. It will also support the National Newborn Screening Program. Chief of Police Lincoln Corbett says Dominica does not currently need to introduce an Amber Alert system for missing person cases. Speaking earlier this week, Corbett said the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force is satisfied that its existing communication channels can quickly alert the public when someone is reported missing. He noted that Dominica's smaller population and size allow police to circulate missing person information widely within about an hour. As a result, police leadership believes the current system is effective and that establishing a separate Amber Alert framework is unnecessary at this time. The Amber Alert system was created in the United States in 1996 to rapidly notify the public about children believed to have been abducted and facing imminent danger.
We have more after the break. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
When your brand deserves attention, put it where people are already watching. Join thousands of viewers who make I.A.N. News their trusted source for breaking news, in-depth reporting, weather, business, sports, and the conversations shaping our nation. We're not just on your television, we're wherever you are. Watch live, stream on your favorite device, or stay connected through our social media platforms with updates as they happen. Trusted, engaging, always connected. Experience the news that's informing communities and driving conversations every single day. There's no better place to connect with thousands of active consumers. Tune in to the I.A.N. News Nightly at 7 p.m. and discover why more people are watching, sharing, and staying informed with us. Watch us now on Flow Hub TV, Channel 122, Flow AVS, Channel 123, Amplia, Channel 126, Green Dot, Channel 18, Uptix, Channel 109, and RVR Networks, Channel 13, and other stations soon. Contact our sales team today and let your business be seen where Trinidad and Tobago is watching.
For years, Trinidad and Tobago watched its energy sector shrink. Oil production fell. Gas became scarce. Plants closed. Now, the direction is changing. Oil production is climbing again, from about 51,000 barrels a day in 2024 to more than 54,000 in early 2026.
LNG is moving too. Exports rose from 10.3 billion cubic meters in 2024 to 10.7 billion in 2025.
But what comes next is much bigger. 7 trillion cubic feet of Venezuelan gas. It is coming to Trinidad and Tobago for processing. And across the wider regional program, more than 12 trillion cubic feet of natural gas is being secured for Trinidad and Tobago's energy future. BP is taking full control of Calypso. NGC is moving upstream, and ExxonMobil is back in Trinidad and Tobago's deep water. And after a decade of silence, the Point Lisa steel plant is coming back, backed by a planned $750 million private investment. Steel,
Vanadium,
new exports, new foreign exchange, and up to 1,000 permanent jobs as the project expands.
Even Japan is now looking to Trinidad and Tobago for energy.
For years, people talked about these opportunities. What others talked about, we got done. More gas, more production, more investment. A brighter future is on the horizon.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
Your dream home starts at ADVERTISE Marketing Home Improvement Center. Whether you're building, renovating, or upgrading, we have everything you need. From stylish home decor, kitchenware, vanities, bed and bath essentials, outdoor furniture and mini appliances, to premium wrought iron products. Shop security steel doors, PVC and aluminum windows, zinc, RHS, stainless steel items, and custom enclosures. Visit us at Old Southern Main Road, Freeport, or our branches in Aranguez and SS Erin Road, Daybay.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Welcome back. Hollywood is mourning the death of actress Hayden Panettiere, who has died at the age of 36. The Heroes and Nashville star was found in cardiac arrest at an apartment complex in Greenville, South Carolina on Sunday. Panettiere rose to fame as a teenager and also starred in 2 Scream films. Here's more.
Hayden Panettiere had high hopes for her daughter Kaya's future. Just months before the actress's tragic death at age 36, she detailed what she wanted for her and ex Vladimir Klitschko's daughter in the future, telling E! News in an exclusive interview in May.
I started getting calls from my 11-year-old about being interested in the industry as well. So that's more of the nail biter.
While Panettiere started her career as an actor at just 11 months old, she had a different trajectory in mind for her daughter.
I always want to support whatever she wants to do, but I am trying to guide her towards, let's not rush into anything. Why don't you try a few things out and have a college experience and you live, she still has the ability to fly under the radar, and once you give that up, you don't get, that back. Once you're out there and you're famous and known, there's just no getting your privacy back.
Meantime, Panettiere noted how her memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning, could provide an important guide for her daughter in the future when it comes to exploring her struggles with postpartum depression.
Well, my fear is I don't ever want her to feel like the postpartum depression aspect was her fault in any way. I don't know what the emotions are going to be around that, but I want her to take away that it's okay to be imperfect and flawed, and you'll actually realize that you're not alone in any of your struggles, and you don't have to stay quiet and be sick like I was.
Elsewhere in her book, Panettiere shared that she felt her life was completed by her daughter's birth in 2014. When going through a near-fatal C-section, the Nashville alum noted her then newborn got her through it.
I was sitting there and getting the C-section, and I knew that I was knocking on death's doorstep, and I just had the most motherly moment where I said, God, please let me hear my daughter cry. I just want to know that she is okay, and if it's my turn to go, I'm okay with that.
And she will definitely be missed. It's now time for a weather update.
For the period today until midnight, Trinidad and Tobago is expected to become settled as the evening progresses, but with brief lingering showers in some areas. Tomorrow, expect initially fair conditions becoming partly cloudy from late morning to late afternoon with a few light to moderate showers and a medium chance for a heavy shower or thunderstorm mainly over Trinidad. A mostly fair evening and night with a brief shower over some areas. Seas are moderate with waves 1.5 meters in open waters, near 1 meter in sheltered areas, and occasionally choppy.
And that brings us to the end of our newscast. I'm Keisha Marie Charles. On behalf of all of us here, thank you for watching and have a good night.